right, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Now, Oscar De La Hoya announced that Vergil Ortiz will move up. Now, we talked about it yesterday, reading Dan Raphael's reading his blog on Fight Freaks United. Go check it out. It's over in his Twitter handle if you can't find it. And reading that, he basically said that Vergil Ortiz's father, he fell out, that Vergil Ortiz's father had to give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. So, he had to give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. So that don't never sound too good in my book at all. So they saying he had to have mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to basically to keep his body going, to keep him alive. So think about that for a minute. So people talking about, well, he should move up, or he ain't, he'd be lucky if he be able to fight again functionally. Will this man be able to fight again? Will he be able to fight again? Will he be able to fight again? Ask yourself that. Will he be able to fight again? Because you had to get resuscitated. People say, well, maybe they was playing a role and maybe it wasn't for real, or whatever the situation may be. But, and we had this discussion live. If you missed the live Thursday, you can listen to it on a podcast. I drop it on Instagram, Threads, the community tab, and on Twitter as well, too. Eventually, I'll make my return to Facebook. I'm taking my time. I'm only coming back for football season to talk shit. But if the Lions be losing, I'll be gone. They start winning, I'll be talking shit again. But and shout out to weak ass Jalen Young Cowboys. How you LA and you a Coon Boy fan? Make it make sense, Jalen. Yep, I took another shot at you. Hope you see it. I don't like no Cowboy fans. I don't like them, none of them. The good looking Cowboy women, I don't like none of them. Ugly Cowboy women, I don't like none of them. Master Jerry, I don't like none of them. But at the end of the day, I definitely need to understand, like, they knew they wasn't gonna make weight. And some people in the chat say, well, they knew for 30 days they wasn't gonna make weight. Some people were saying that in the chat. They knew for 30 days. I'm gonna say they knew, at least knew 2 or 3 weeks. And that's just my pure guesstimation. They knew at least 2 or 3 weeks that man wasn't on weight. They knew 2 or 3 weeks that man wasn't on weight. They knew. So they playing a role and whatnot. They playing a role or whatnot is crazy to me. That's crazy. They knew. So why did they wait this long? But Oscar De La Hoya has indicated that Vergil Ortiz will now move up to super welterweight, 154 pounds. He's a big kid, so I think 154 would be ideal. I feel that 154 is going to be ideal weight to become a world champion real soon. Now, he didn't compete at 140. He didn't compete at 147 and did win a title. Now, at 147, I just contribute that to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence holding up the division. But I think he definitely is one of the best groomed prospects in the last 5 years to win a world title. And I think he was ready to fight either one of them. Not saying he would have won. But hey, it is what it is. Not saying he would have won, but hey, I don't think he could have been any more prepared than what he was right then and there. So, but nonetheless, they knew this man couldn't make weight no more. They knew it. They knew he couldn't make weight no more. They knew he couldn't make weight no more. They been knew that. And if they really cared about him, they would have been moved it up. Now, a lot of people say, well, they scared to go to 54. Probably so. The guys get more bigger. I mean, you look at Sebastian Fondor, they get, just they athletic, so ain't no real athletic drop off. And then the money ain't the same. That's the biggest thing. It's more money at welterweight than it is at 54. 54 is a fake division. I keep telling y'all that. It's a fake division. There's more money at welterweight than it is at 54. That's the biggest motivator. But if you really care about Vergil Ortiz, why would you make him make that weight cut? And he had a couple similar situations with making this weight cut. And then, people got their theories about him using performance enhancing drugs. Not saying that he is. But people got their theories because of what Blair Cobb revealed about rhabdomyosis. But also, when you talk about rhabdomyosis, it's also known to be very common against CrossFit. CrossFit used to be very, very popular back in the like last decade. Where remember Robert Guerrero tried to do CrossFit for his fights and he looked terrible. It's basically where you work your body to exhaustion. That's what you're doing. You just, you're exhausting the body. And that lactic buildup in your arms, and then you can end up with rhabdomyosis for overworking your body. It's where protein electrolytes be where they're not supposed to be in your bloodstream. So, yeah, it can just come from him trying to overexhaust and make the weight. I don't know for sure. And I just made this assumption. I just made this assumption where maybe they tried to make weight on their own. Maybe they tried to make weight on their own. So that's something else you could think. And they ain't using a nutritionist. They ain't using strength and conditioning coach. They being cheap and they trying to do it for itself. They trying to do it by themselves. But then again, you got to ask, will he fight again? And they knew this dude wasn't going to be on weight. They probably knew from the day they started training camp. And they wasted stay on this time. And hopefully stay on this guy compensated for his wasted time. He put all that work in camp to come prepared. And his opponent didn't come prepared. Very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. So I definitely understand. I would understand staying on this frustration, but guess what? I'm not doing this again. And obviously, they talking about they gonna move up. If I'm staying on this, I'm not doing this again at all. They crazy. I want to make sure I get my title shot after Spencer Crawford figure it out. Give me some tune-ups, and that's what I'll do. But then he didn't even fall out trying to make the weight. He fell out. It's probably hot as hell in Dallas. He fell out, but the day before the weigh-in. But can he get a world title at 154 pounds? That's the $1 million question. Can he get a title at 154 pounds? Shit, some people didn't think he was going to get one at 54 if he had to go through Crawford and Spence. I think he's talented. I think he could do it. But it's definitely going to be tougher, and the money going to be a little bit funnier down there. But that means he was making a cut at 140 pounds that he shouldn't have been making either. And when you keep making cuts that you ain't supposed to make, it's harder to stay at the next weight class. He's going to be at 160 before you blink. Mark my words. He's going to be at 160 before y'all blink. He's going to be at 160 before you blink. But, man, the way they described it, unless they was milking it, You know, I don't even know how he gonna come back and recover from this if it's that bad. You know, you don't even know how he gonna be able to perform. So, physically, because if I'm fighting him next, I don't care what weight, I'm banging that body. It might sound callous, it might sound cruel, but it's a gladiator sport. That's what it is. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Support the channel. Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good Chance 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. The link tree found on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my new channel, Free Game 89. The link's in the description and it's in the link tree. It's the easiest way to find it because it's not an algorithm yet. Peace.